reason you're going to catch somebody coming off a bye or in more time to rest up than you did. And if you feel sorry for yourself, well, you're probably going to lose. When these games come along, it's time to grit your teeth and work even harder on those tired legs. You're going to see a lot of teams in that spot try some big plays early to grab that momentum right from the jump.
So here they come now to take over on offense. And bringing them out, an electrifying runner and a former first-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields. First snap, and Fields wants to throw. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 2nd and 3 now. Slot man motioned over. Play action, Fields. 2-2, but it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Man in motion here. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. A give left side for Gibbs. Room to work at the 35. And he's all the way forward to the 37-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play fake here, Daniels. I know it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Motioning him from the slot right. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. Only 1 yard that time, partner, so this is going to bring up 4th down and 5.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Fourth down, here's Daniels. He's got it to his running back. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought it stalled out is going to carry on.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They send a tight end in motion. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Looky here. You don't even have have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
On first down, here's Daniels. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they face second down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Slot man in motion right. And this is down across the 30 before it's stopped. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Running back sent in motion. From the gun, it's Daniels. Wilson's got it. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. Turning to Benson on third. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Situational football. Looking at first and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Here's Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Gibbs. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Only 1 yard there, so it brings out 4th and goal from the 2.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Daniels to throw on 4th. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions Well, Brock, not the way I imagined it was designed there on 4th and goal, but I don't think these coaches cared how he got the job done. Just make sure you get in for 6.
Yeah, really just 2 options here as the game speeds up down there, right? Find a throwing lane and execute quickly, or you better escape and make it happen with your legs. He didn't get the throwing lane, the coverage he wanted, so a great decision. You cannot hesitate. You got to go for it, and he sure did, and use that athleticism for 6.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Get some space around midfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Fields on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. We paused here to deal with an injured player, and this is a significant one. That's Bijan Robinson getting looked at after that play. First down throw for Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. He finds McConkey. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up first and goal. He's got it on the bootleg. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Backed up to the 8 here. It's second and goal. Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. Oh, nearly reeled that in. As close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still second down.
So the penalty takes some of that distance away. Things tightening up here for second and goal. Shotgun snap to Fields. On the move, headed right. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Give him 1 yard on that play. Another good stop, and that forces fourth and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see right decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing fourth down play.
The kick by Lutz is good, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Lions and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. And this truly has been an excellent campaign for him, sitting among the NFL's top 5 in receiving yards. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He's going deep this time. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So it'll be second down. Motioning him from the slot right. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
Third and short, Daniels. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Again, Daniels to the air. Escapes the pocket. We'll get out of bounds after a small gain. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
It's an excellent job of getting away from trouble, Kate. You know, it's about protecting yourself at times as a quarterback. Get the gain, get the first down, and get out of bounds. Not exactly the way you draw it up, but no one's going to come away disappointed by that end result.
Daniels on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
We're looking to throw. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He's loaded another one up. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions, the rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they had that one contained right at the line. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Now Daniels off the play action. Launches one deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Back now, pressure on its way. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Off play action, it's Fields. Connects on the crosser. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Falcons will have a first. Fields out of the gun. Finds McConkey. And that's good for a gain of 5. Herbie Joseph up for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. A pistol snap. Fields. He finds Laporta. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 27. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now the Falcons offense staying on the field, lining up to go for 2. They'll try it on the ground. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Benson on 1st and 10. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Play fake here, Daniels. This is complete to Gibbs. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Coming right is Gibbs. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. His pass caught by Nakua. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Falcons first down.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they... New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Fields. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They do snap it. Here's Fields. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Pass complete to Gibbs. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Into the hands of Pitts. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any... First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Fields. Able to find Nakua here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Gets this to McCulkey. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. Now Fields. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to...
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 10.
Falcons 18.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And no luck, the Lions there to recover. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Out of the field runs the Atlanta offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Fields on first down. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. Laporta with the grab.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get.
Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. Well, Brock, their passing game has been the highlight for them offensively so far. 3 touchdowns and a whole lot of good plays beyond that.
Hey, Ken, I think what we've seen is an offense who's reading the same book as the defense, just a few chapters ahead. Each time the defense tries to make an adjustment, the offense has a counter ready to go. Lesser passing games would have had some serious trouble trying to keep up with this pace.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the first.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They motion the slot man right. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Again, Daniels to the air. And in for the Detroit touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions make it a 24-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. He finds McConkey. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Fields out of the gun. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Fields to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now 4 seconds left. We've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. He gets this one to Nakua. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. So it's one for the win column for the Lions. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win